Hello everyone, welcome to Pseudoscience Podcast. Today's topic is EPR Paradox Part 1. This paradox was a bit type of a debate in quantum mechanics world. I will just share my knowledge of what I gained from reading this paradox. There was an agreement formed around the Copenhagen interpretation of quantum mechanics in late 1920s, which claimed that quantum mechanics was a strictly probabilistic theory and not deterministic. Deeply bothered by Albert Einstein, he kept trying to poke holes in Copenhagen interpretation of quantum mechanics. EPR paradox was one of his attempts. The EPR paradox, or known as Einstein-Podolsky-Rosen paradox, is a thought experiment intended to demonstrate an inherent paradox in the early formulations of quantum theory. It is among the best known examples of quantum entanglement. The paradox involves two particles that are entangled with each other according to quantum mechanics. In quantum mechanics, each particle is individually in an uncertain state until it is measured, at which the point the state of the particle becomes certain. At the same moment, the other particle state is also becomes certain. The reason that this is classified as paradox is that it seemingly involves communication between the two particles at speed greater than speed of light, which is in a conflict with Albert Einstein's theory of relativity. The paradox meaning is there are two key points at work here which make this troubling. First key point. Quantum mechanics says that until the moment of the measurement, the particles do not have a definite quantum spin, but are in a superposition of possible states. Second key point. As soon as we measure the spin of particle A, we know for sure the value we will get for measuring the spin of particle B. For several years, Einstein had been thinking about group of particles with wave functions that depend directly on one another. Today we refer to such wave functions as entangled. The deep discussion of EPR paradox we will do in the next episode. 1964 paper on the EPR paradox, physicist John Stuart Bell represented a further development based on spin measurements on the pace of entangled electrons of the EPR hypothetical paradox. Using their reasoning, he said a choice of measurements setting nearby should not affect the outcome of measurements far away and vice versa. Bell outlined three assumptions about the world, each with a corresponding mathematical statement. Realism, which says the objects have properties they maintain whether they are being observed or not. Locality, which says nothing can influence something far enough that a signal between them would travel faster than light. And freedom of choice, which says physicists can measure freely and without influence from hidden variables, whose values effectively determine right from the moment of separation what the outcomes of spin measurements are going to be. So this is it about today's episode. I just give an outline idea about the EPR paradox. What is the real discussion we will discuss in part 2 of EPR paradox. Do share your comments and theories of this episode with me through Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. And if you want the visual experience with graphics and animation of my episode, watch them on YouTube and subscribe to my channel Dheeraj Kala. Okay, now we'll meet you in the next episode with a new sci-fi topic. Until then, goodbye. Stay safe, stay tuned.